be recovered. That's our tagline. And it's a little bit controversial because addiction is considered to be a lifelong incurable disease, as is a lot of other mental illness. And it's not that uncommon for people to go and they'll talk to the doctor, and the doctor will say, you know what, you're going to be on this medication for the rest of your life, meaning that your brain is never going to get better. So, and that, I will say, for some people that's probably true. For the amount of people that are on psych meds in the country, which is about 20% of the population, maybe more by now, what we're saying is that 20% of the population, 1 out of 5 people, their brain is broken and it's never going to be fixed. But you take this meds and you can manage it. And so I can be in recovery. And under that regard, I can be in recovery. Hey, if I work hard and I'm diligent, I take some meds, I go to meetings, I really am very structured in my life, I can stay in recovery, meaning my disease, my malady is pushed away. But if I ever relax my guard, it's going to come right back. And we've heard this expression, hey, my disease is doing push-ups in the parking lot. And you hear people say that, hey, I was sober for 20 years, I took a drink, and boy, it was like no time passed, I was right back at it. So no wonder people say, hey, this is lifelong incurable disease. What we're finding out now is, hey, if I keep talking about and thinking about being an addict all the time, I'm reinforcing that neural network. So I haven't actually changed my brain chemistry, even though I'm not necessarily taking any chemicals anymore. So this part about being in recovery and being defined by my addiction, we were thinking about it, and it's like, well, when does a person get to stop being defined by their addiction or their past or their depression or anxiety, and when can I be defined by something else, who I'm becoming? Hey, I'm way more than addiction, or I'm way more than my depression or anxiety or my post-traumatic stress or whatever. I'm so much more than that. When we resolve our underlying issues, when we heal our trauma, when we recover our soul, when we repair our brain, when we get all of our issues out of our tissues and we're beginning to feel good, we no longer have to identify with a disease, and therefore we're recovered. Meaning it doesn't take up space in my mind anymore. It's not in the forefront. I'm not just trying to get through the day anymore. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to go and now get high casually. For some people it can. Some people may choose to do that. I don't. Only because for me, being present and available to the subtle clues and cues of the universe, and being able to react to the little nuance that somebody might say, or pick up a little subtle hint of something in somebody's voice or in somebody's energy or how they're doing, and I can be different because of that information. That's way more exciting than getting high and being totally checked out. So for me, I choose not out of fear that something bad's going to happen, but out of wanting to be available for every moment of my life. So when people ask me, well, okay, if I'm recovered, can I get high again? I'm like, I can't answer that question. But if you go through this process, you're probably not going to want to.